Hello, my name is Benjamin Perkins, and this is my design for 655 King Street in St. Peters, called Street in the Sky. Looking at the site plan and the context, you can see here I've designed a residential building as well as a plaza. Of significance to the context would be Sydney Park and the Heritage Brickworks factory being located across the Princess Highway, and then also the St. Peters station being adjacent to the site. I've carried out an architectural idea of contrasting between the new and the old throughout this project, where I'm looking at the existing materials and the existing structures and layering on them with new materials and new structures. With the plaza design, I looked at the existing pathway and made it more direct and open to the building and the train station, where I was introducing some concrete bridges. I've also created niches in this space by cutting up the existing brick walls. With the built form, I really took inspiration from the existing structures on the site. Looking across from the train station where the building will be, you can already see some exposed concrete structures that really have a heavy and Goliath feel about them. And then also with the heritage structures of the site being made of masonry load-bearing walls and the use of arches, I've tried to bring the arches into the facade as something playful. And then also I've made the main structure of the building a precast load-bearing panel system, which you can see there expressed in the facade. So like I said, the facade and the construction, I'm looking at a modular precast panel system where the panels can be done in a factory and then trucked into the site where the site is located next to the Princess Highway. Also, looking at a build to rent scheme, I was looking at using materials such as terracotta and the concrete to maintain the building's value over a longer period of time, as the terracotta, for example, won't lose its color and requires minimal maintenance. In deciding the product of the building, I undertook a local investigation where I noted the Sydney Sustainable 2030 Local Planning Act classified affordable housing as costing no more than 30% of a household's weekly income. And then looking at the demographic of the area of St. Peters and Newtown, I noted that 40% of people in the area were aged between 20 and 35, and that 23% of the people in the area were classified in a situation of unaffordable housing. I made a direct correlation between the above average younger population and the significant number of households under financial strain in the area and came to the conclusion that a lack of affordable housing appropriate for this market was a factor causing the financial strain. In response to the local investigation, I designed a modular 40 square meter studio apartment as the main product of the building. This proposal looks to provide affordable accommodation tailored for young independents most likely at risk of financial strain. To further the design, I undertook a social investigation of what was going on right now and how this might affect architecture and design in the future. The conclusions I came to were that individuals might place a greater value on their ability to work from home or within their immediate facilities, that individuals might place a greater value on their availability for immediate social interaction and a sense of community, and that individuals and communities might place a greater value on the cleanliness and the ability to clean shared spaces. The first response from the social investigation was the decision to provide co-working facilities for residences on the ground floor. So whilst targeting a younger demographic, the building also looks to target remote workers by providing shared office spaces, shared artist studios, and music facilities. Allowing the residences to work from within the building also provides great opportunity for collaboration across disciplines and helps to build a sense of community. The second response to the social investigation was the core idea of the building, which was this notion of introducing a street in the sky. To build a sense of community and work towards the ideals of neighborliness, balconies are placed facing internally to the atrium/circulation space. This in turn provided apartments with a front porch to give opportunity for occupants to expose themselves to social interactions with their neighbors. The final response to the social investigation was to build a sense of cleanliness and create easily maintained social spaces. So whilst providing shared spaces and facilities to further build a sense of community and promote spontaneous gatherings and interactions between occupants, the idea of making these spaces external and easily clean surfaces allows for easy maintenance of these spaces. In theory, all shared spaces are waterproof and have drainage points to allow for hosing down of surfaces when needed. I hope you've enjoyed this quick presentation of my design, and I also hope you've enjoyed the concepts I've introduced in this project. Many thanks, Ben.